Recently, a lot of fans have been speculating about how Taeyang is sad and does not seem like his usual self. In this video, I will try to find out if this is true and if it is happening, then why so. That being said, these are just theories, not facts. They are not meant to hurt anyone, any company, or any fandom. Do not send hate to anyone mentioned in this video. I became an army in 2015 and Jungkook is my bias. I just couldn't ignore all these theories going around on internet and decided to do my own research on it. Alright, let's get started. Kim Taehyung, also known by his stage name V, is a K-pop idol in the boy group BTS. In initial years, V was known for his irresistible cuteness, unique behavior, and for being a total dork. Speaking about his personality, on July 22, 2013, in a magazine interview, Jimin said, "Sometimes he's worse than the Maknae. It's fascinating." Fans began worrying about V when they started noting changes in his personality. On July 22, 2018, while performing Spring Day, V looked like he was on verge of tears. Also, V kept playing sad songs on V Live. Now about this point, maybe he loves listening to sad songs and likes that genre. But as I looked into it, it got interesting. Some of the songs he played, the lyrics go like, this might be coincidental that most of these songs talk about how someone's feeling lost and exhausted and they just want to go back home. I don't know. Maybe this theory is far-fetched, maybe not. But we have to keep in mind that Taeyang is a person and human being first before he is an idol. We all know how stressful their schedule can get. Also, Taeyang is not the kind of person who would fake his emotions. So, for him to share these songs with ARMY might be an expression of himself and his feelings. Now, this is where shit got real. This is when even I started wondering if Taeyang was okay.
저 맞아요. 수염 있어서 가까이 못 가요. 네, 좀 멀리서 얘기하겠습니다. 수염이 조금 많이 걱정이 되네요. 또 아우. 그래도 수염 보일 것 같은데? 오늘 수염을 내면 내일 공연 당시에 또 조그만하게 올라올 것 같아서 지금 약간 조금 좀 예를 두고 내일 깎으려고.
When he felt insecure of his beard, that was just so unlike him. Taeyang is someone who is always good at looking at the positive side of things. In fact, he has helped so many armies overcome their insecurities. Remember that time he made a pimple friend?
우리 벼룩이 친구 생겼구나.
마이 뾰루지. 아, 뾰루지가 잘 보이네.
Also, the whole beard filter thing. He looked so carefree and happy that time. So, what changed now? I feel like ever since he got the world's most handsome man award, his insecurity has gotten worse. I feel like he thinks he has to hold himself to those standards, and it doesn't help that he gets so much hate from fans about some of those insecurities. This V Live was just one that made me think, is Taeyang okay? People are saying Depression can be one of the reasons for V's changed behavior. Some people are saying that Taehang is showing signs of initial stages of depression. Regarding this, I don't think it is right to diagnose someone on your own. I know the concern comes out of love for V, but unless it has been clinically certified or V speaks about it, we should not make assumptions on our own. So I won't discuss that in my video. The second theory is that V has been getting tons of hate past couple of years. Is the hate finally getting to him? Has so much hate over the years really made him doubt himself? Is this the reason for V's changed personality? Taehang is one of the most popular members of BTS, so it is natural for him to have haters. Now you might be wondering, who even can hate Taehang? While earlier the haters were mostly solo stans who were jealous of Taehang's growing popularity, now this hate club is getting bigger due to toxic shippers. I have wanted to address this for so long because it is really not fair to Taehang. These aunties are spamming Weverse and VLive with hate comments, even going as far as to translating it in Korean so that Taehang can understand it. This makes me so mad.
Like, shut up.
Toxic shippers are forming anti-Tae club and trolling him to the point where the hate is getting to him. In recent years, shipping has become much more acceptable in the world of K-pop than it used to be before. Now I won't lie and say that there isn't something fascinating about shipping idols, but it should be within reasonable limits. I am not saying all shippers are toxic and non-army, but some are. I am sorry. Some of these shippers will go to extreme to show hate to V. Right now, Taekook and Jikook are the biggest ships. Some of the Jikook shippers hate on Taehyung because they think he is getting in the way of Jungkook and Jimin. ARMY has some very young fans and they are not mature yet. So trust me on this. These analysis videos do not help at all. Now I am not hating on all analysis videos. Not all of them are problematic, but some of them are borderline creepy. The biggest Jikook shipping YouTube channel with over 112k subscribers has uploaded some questionable stuff. I am sorry if this offends any Jikook shippers, but this Jikook married thing is the biggest cringe I have ever seen. Now, I don't mind married joke thingy, it is fun, but when it becomes an analysis video, it is a whole another thing. These are the types of videos that legitimately convince people their shipping is real.
Stop it. Get some help.
And once they realize that someone is getting between their ships, they will resort to trolling and sending hate. I am not saying Jeonsi is the anti, but such videos are the reason for rise in toxic shippers. Another channel I would like to mention is Taekook Lives. Because of this channel, many people started believing that Taehyung is sad because Jungkook doesn't interact much with him now. I found an interesting video on her channel titled Taekook, Reality or Just Overanalyzed. In this video, if you go to timestamp 5:15, she says, does everything that might imply a possibility of two people from the same gender who are very close in a band to be together automatically mean overanalyzing and unacceptable, while theories that aren't like that are automatically acceptable? Because that sounds a little bit homophobic to me. While I think that might be true in some cases, but her reason is flawed. Most people are disagreeing with her because of her overly cheesy analysis videos, not because they are homophobic. She somehow always manages to put hilariously stretched pieces of evidence, which I find mildly amusing, but they can have negative effects on young fans.
Hello, TV-san. Hello, Lamp-san.
Oh, they fucking what? They're just saying hi to each other.
While Taekook shippers are not Tae anti, some of them might be ruining Taehyung's friendship with Jungkook. Please don't let this become like Larry think where wild imagination, rumors, and innuendos is what ruined their friendship. Even if you believe Jikook is real or Taekook is real, don't let these YouTubers play with your emotions. And hitting on a member because of your ship means you are not army. Another theory for Taehyung's changed personality is that maybe Taehyung was told to overplay his dorkish, ego, 4D personality in initial years to justify his role as a secret weapon. Here is Taehyung talking about his days as a hidden member of BTS. When all the members were shooting for their own logs, I was the only one who couldn't, so I was very sad. When the Hyungs were shooting their logs in the studio, I would follow them and shoot my own, but couldn't upload it. Shooting alone, I would say, today is this day of this month in 2013. I did this. This probably won't get released, right? I am sad. Even when we shot as a complete group, I wouldn't be seen on the screen, but I was sitting next to the trash can. This confession is heartbreaking. While I couldn't find an official statement as to why Big Hit did it, but the common explanation is because other companies might have taken V away for his visual and voice. I don't agree with bashing company and calling it big shit, but I also don't agree with company worshipping that is so evident in this fandom. A company's priority will always be profit, while ARMY's priority is happiness and well-being of BTS members. Most people are not aware about how Korean companies work and their amount of control on idols.
저는요. 저는 운동을 하면 안 됩니다. 원래 제가 운동을 되게 좋아하는데 이미지가 선한 이미지를 원하셔서 금지입니다.
So maybe what we saw of Taehyung's initial personality was not all of him. Initially, Big Hit had reduced him to the role of eye candy, where his personality overshadowed his artistic abilities. As Big Hit saw Taehyung's growing fanbase, they started milking it. They started to let him sing and have more of a stage presence. If the recent solos are not indication of that, I don't know what is. That being said, I don't think Big Hit is evil, but they just need improvement in little things that can be done, to be honest. And I am glad they are improving.
아니야. 없었으면 좋겠어요. 아이돌도 일반 사람 같았으면 좋겠어요. 저 개인적으로.
Losing people you love is the hardest part of life. I think Taehyung is still coping with the loss of his grandparents and suicide of his best friend. Some people say he is just maturing, but how does not being outgoing make you mature? Taehyung has been quiet. We can notice it. I think this is the theory that makes most sense to me as to why. Think about it. When his grandmother passed away, he was still performing.
저에 대해서 얘기를 한번 하려고 그래요. 최근 들어서 이제 팬분들이 저 이야기 한 번만 할게요. 기회가 딱 한 번밖에 없을 것 같아서 최근에 이제 팬분들이 태양아 왜 이렇게 힘드냐 아니면 너 요즘 너무 힘든 것 같다 이렇게 풀이 죽었냐 그런 말들을 이제 말을 많이 해주셨어요. 근데 제가 거기서 이제 말은 계속 해주고 싶지만 입 밖에서 잘 안 나왔어요, 이 말이. 그래서 이렇게 축전에서 팬분들에게 한마디 그냥 제 이야기를 해주고 싶으면은 최근에 저희 할머니가 돌아가셨거든요. 그래서 저는 이 이야기를 제 친할머니가 9월 3일 날 저희 필리핀에 있을 때 아침에 제가 얘기를 들었어요. 근데 제가 이 상황에서는 그 당시에 저한테는 14년간 부모님만큼 저를 키워주신 부모님 같은 존재였고 그리고 제가 해주고 하고 싶을 때나 하고 싶은 거, 먹고 싶은 거, 그리고 제가 맨날 떼쓰고 해도 맨날 받아주시는 우리 할머니가 너무 기억에 남고, 그리고 남들에게도 정말 소중한 사람이, 남들도 정말 소중한 사람이었는데, 그런 할머니가 돌아가셨다는 얘기가 저한테는 안 느꼈거든요. 그래서 저희 뮤직뱅크 첫 1위 할 때 피땀 눈물로, 그때 저희 할머니가 4구제였어요. 49제. 그래서 처음으로 할머니한테 언급 한 번만 했어요.
Being an idol is very hard. He has cameras shoved into his face. He has to put on a smile as to not worry millions of fans looking out for him. It makes sense with their schedule that Taehyung has had no time to grieve. Also, I feel like in general, while introverts are sympathized with, many few people notice the pain and sadness behind playfulness in extroverts.
성격이 앞에서는 그렇게 이제 밝고 좋고 하지만 저는 제 고민을 누군가한테 그렇게 크게 얘기한 적이 별로 없었거든요.
Idols have been trained to appear not less than perfect in front of cameras. I really hope Taehyung is doing okay, not just for the sake of cameras. I would just end this video with this thought. Taehyung is not just an idol, he is a human being with emotions. We all have our sad days, where we feel detached and nothing really matters. We have days when we burst into tears. So instead of bringing negativity, please send lots of love and positivity to Taehyung. He is the man who gave us the iconic We Purple You. We Purple You, Taehyung. BTS loves you too. Please take care.